Welcome back to No Gears, No Glory. In the garage today, we're going to be working on the chin spoiler that we just refinished. If you saw our last episode, hope you did, we sanded this down and cleaned it up, re-resined it, and then clear coated it after giving it a nice sand from the resin. The clear coat has left a little bit of an orange peel, and I accidentally handled it a little bit too soon before the clear coat had fully cured. My bad, lesson learned. And I left a little bit of a palm print and a couple fingerprints in it. Nothing crazy, but we want to get those out and finish it and make it look pretty. Alright, stick with us. We'll be right back. All we're going to be doing is some basic wet sanding. We're going to use a little bit of soapy water to give us a nice lubricated surface, 2000 grit sandpaper, and a sanding block that will allow us to sand pretty softly. We're going to be doing a light touch, very, very gentle. We're letting the sandpaper do all the work, and then we'll do by feel. Again, you can feel a little bit of the texture from the orange peel. Once that is smooth, we just continue moving on through the rest of the chin spoiler. And then we'll see if we can't buff it shiny again. Okay, here we go. Something to keep in mind is that if you're nervous about tackling a project like this, I recommend trying it out, sand something down, clear coat it, and then tackle something like this on something that doesn't matter to you, just to get a feel for it. You can feel the difference. So sand through here, and you can kind of tell once that line of orange peel begins right through here. And you can feel it when it's wet. You can tell where you got it enough and where you didn't. And Alright, just so you guys don't think that this is going off without a hitch, it's perfect and everything worked out perfectly for me, because it's not working out great. The issue I'm running into is the orange peel, or the coat, is coming out quite a bit rougher than I expected. And so the 2000 grit is not fully going through all of it. It's still leaving a little bit of a kind of a rough coat right here. And you can kind of see there's still some orange peel there in that glare. And that's where I have to determine, do I want to go to a lower grit? So something you can do in a situation like this is you would start with, say, 1000 grit, obviously more aggressive, real light, sand through it. It gets those higher levels leveled out faster, and then you can go to a 2000 grit and feather that out even more, and you can call it done. Some people might even go to a 3000 grit. One thing you want to be careful of is not burning through all the clear coat that you just laid down. And this is whether you're dealing with a part like this or you're dealing with an automotive, paint job. Either way. So seeing it here, I'm going to probably go over this a little bit more, and then I'm going to call it good, because we're going to buff it up. Again, I just want to get a lot of that orange peel kind of leveled out a lot, and then get those fingerprints and palm prints that I laid down out of it, and then I'll be pretty happy. And we'll see how it comes out once we buff it up. Alright, we're going to keep going. Here we go. So off camera, I went ahead and I compounded and then polished this. Again, this has a 2K clear coat on it, and I sanded it with the 2000 grit. This is the bottom side. So this is where, at minimum, I can be by the time I finish the top side. And the reason I did that is I want it for comparison. You can see that there's still a little bit of haze and such, because I didn't, this came out real coarse with the 2K clear, so it just laid down completely different. So I would have had to gone a more aggressive grit in order to get it to smooth out and get that, a little bit of haziness to go away. So I'm going to flip this over, and we're going to start compounding and polishing the top side, and that I'll show you guys, and we'll see how that comes out. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. Let me flip it over 1 second. Alright, now this is the top side, and the same condition exists. You can see, if I can get it at the right angle here, you can see that there's a lot of highs and lows, and there's still some marbling and orange peel in there. I do not have any 1000 grit sandpaper, and I wasn't too worried about running out and grabbing some, because I think that's what we'd need to do. I'd probably go to 1000 grit, level it out there, and then maybe a 1500 and then a 2, or maybe just 1000 to 2000. So I'm going to give it the best shot. It'll be what it'll be. If we have to redo it and maybe go to 1000 and then a 2000, I might do that. Yeah, I don't know. I got a lot of things on my agenda right now. Maybe not. Here we go. We're going to start with our compound, and we'll go from there. That was sexy. Alright, here is after we've done the compound. It's definitely got a nice shine to it. It's pretty smooth. It's not quite as crystal clear as I was hoping it would be. And maybe in that regard I have a little regret of even touching the clear coat. But I mean, it looks good, but in the light you can still see a little bit of haze. I think that's coming off on the camera some. I mean, it looks good, but it's not pristine the way I would hope it would come out. We're gonna do the polish now, and hopefully that will that'll bring out some of the shine. And here's what I'm talking about right here. A little bit of haze, just a little bit of haze right there. But that's okay. That's all right. Like I said, this wasn't meant to be perfect. Ah. All right, here comes the polish. Here we go. Well, there she be. I think it came out pretty good. And I say pretty good intentionally. It's pretty good. It's not perfect. You can see that there's still a little bit of a just ever so slight haze. I think that really comes down to using the Meguiar stuff. I don't think that's it's not a professional grade product. So I think it would probably come out better if I did again a 1000 grit, 2000 grit, maybe a 2500 to 3000 grit, and then buff and compound with a much higher quality product. But overall, I'm very happy with how this came out. It's a huge difference from what it looked like before. So, I mean, I really like that. Pretty good, pretty good. It's a good lesson for me to experience. So, there we have it. Well, thanks so much for joining me here on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Again, this is a learning process for me. This is not something I'm super experienced with. Had a great time using my Torx polisher. It's the first time I've used it since I got it last year. Fantastic product. I really like that. I look forward to using it even more. If you guys have some suggestions on what I could do or use to make that project come out better the next time I do something like this, comment below and throw me some products and some tips and tricks that I could use to really improve upon. I'd love to hear your input. Anyways, thanks so much for coming back. Hit that like button if you enjoy this. Hit that subscribe button if you'd like to come back. And I'll see you next time. I'm Jeremy signing off at No Gears, No Glory. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.